Final thing of today's show, Australia get another shot at legacy. Now, people might say that in this calendar year, Australia has done things like won a test match in India, the first time anyone's done that in about 10 years. In fact, was it 10 years? No, it says since Australia lasted in 2015 or whatever that was, 17, yeah. Thank you. So winning a test match in India, the Australian team would say in the Border Gavaskar series, that test series, that they were one bad session of sweeping in Delhi away from perhaps doing something grander than losing that series. But that's what happened. Then they won the World Test Championship final in England. They retained the Ashes, if you believe facts, 2-2. So they've now held the Ashes by the time the next one comes around for 10 years. They have played in a World Cup, and they've made the World Cup final in India, all in the space of about 8, 9, 10 months, something, 9 months, call it 9 months. So that to me is absolutely, that's a remarkable year. It's probably, given the expectations of the Australian cricket team, is about right. It's about right. But if they win,
if Cummins doesn't do that, that is win the World Test Championship final, retain the Ashes overseas, and reach the final of the World Cup 2023, he's sacked.
Yes.
But
and
also
be competitive
it's remarkable.
in India.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's a real tightrope.
Yes.
It's a real tightrope.
He'd be at Centrelink right now lining up for a paycheck. Right, and rightfully so.
And rightfully so.
Because he wants solar panels at club grounds. What a flog.
What careful, someone will clip that up and say that that's what we think. That doesn't have it much.
Too late.
So what posture does Australia, including us, like as a nation, take into this game? You know, like whatever we say, like you can't win because, you know, like someone will confect you as being somewhere on the extreme of the cry more or suck off spectrum that we've discussed.
Someone's going to be upset.
Yeah, someone's going to be upset. But like, what posture does Australia take here? Like, do we, next couple of days, is it really about trying to get under the skin of the fragility and insecurity that we know exists within Indian cricket's attainments over the last 10 years? Like, do you prey on the fact that despite having all of the resources, all of the control of the game, the biggest population, the highest skilled players per capita, that there's still only one trophy to show for it in 10 years? Do you prey on the fact that the game is happening in front of the emperor of the world?
Injected.
India. Yeah.
Injected.
In front of 130,000 or 110 or 80,000, depending on who you're listening to, you know, with Dua Lipa there. With Jay Shah there, do you prey on the expectations of a 1.4 billion population nation against our population who might be watching Rick Stein, you know, coming out from the side of the old iPad there?
Like how noisy is the away end going to be? At the, you know, I'm not sure where they're sitting just yet, but the away section of fans, they usually all congregate together. Yeah. I'm not sure like how much noise they can make, but they'll need to be like extra. Like, do
you prey on it though? Do you hey, more of our guys have played in a World Cup final than their guys? Do you say that?
Yes.
You know, or do you just go, no, we're lambs to the slaughter? It's going to be great to be the Washington Generals in the crowning of the excellence and the true dawn of the Asian century. There was a pre-dawn or perhaps a false dawn at the Gabba in 2021.
Yeah, and we thought, well, this is it.
That's right.
They're here.
Pax Britannica, etc.
But then they didn't do shit for 2 years.
Exactly. Then it was one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you prey on that, or do you just go, look, lambs to the slaughter? Hey, it's great to be part of it. It's going to be great to get a silver medal. No harm, no shame in being part of this because really, it's all about India now. It's going to be India will play a better game than they've already played this tournament. You know,
here's the tricky thing.
Just another one of them. Do you wind things up through Western media? Do you start talking pitch stuff? Do you actually ask Cummins to have a look at the coin before it's tossed? Why, in my imagination, can I not conceive of Cummins winning the toss? Why? Because I'm a Western crybaby.
No way that Australia wins the toss.
There's no way.
The toss. They're not going to win the toss.
Is that because you've been spending time crying? Not just crying, but crying more than you previously were.
Yes.
So what's funny about that phrase, isn't it? Cry more.
Yeah. More than you've already been crying.
More than you currently are.
Yeah.